Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin is proudly sponsored by Sense of Taste.
Boutique bottle shops located in Couparo and Hamilton. Look, yeah, it's
Tricky waters.
tricky, especially when you and I don't, we hardcore disagree with this.
We do hardcore disagree with it, and we really can't understand it at a core level. You know what I mean? It's hard. Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin. My name is Billy Milovanovic, a.k.a. Bildo.
I'm Lindsay Kirkwood, and you can call me Lindalin if you want.
Or you can call her Linda. She loves Linda.
Don't ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Right.
Easy. All right.
Hi. Okay.
Hi. Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindalin is our sweet little podcast where we feature a different wine each week, and then we dig into a topic of our choice.
And we get to hear all the crazy shit that happens in your head.
In your head.
Well, not as bad.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So welcome. Thank you so much for being with us, to our new listeners and our loyal fans. Thanks, guys. I'm feeling a little bit of love towards our listeners.
You are. Did you write them a poem?
I did write them a poem.
Oh, goody. Brace yourselves, people.
Hi, you.
No, stop.
Yeah, I really didn't. That was going to be bad, and we would have to edit it out, and it's just a waste of time. So, no, I did not write you a poem, but I did want to just say thank you so much for being with us and for listening to us and for supporting us and for all the rates and reviews and everything that we've had, for just all the love that we've been feeling.
We love it.
We love it.
We love you.
And we love you.
Okay. We got to share the love.
Yes.
Considering the topic today.
Yes.
Obviously a very topical topic, racism, injustice, all that nasty shit that's going on in the world. Keep in mind, we're not a factual podcast. So we're not going to be bringing you facts and figures and names and all that kind of stuff.
Nope.
That's out there. You can find that yourself.
True.
We're just going to talk about what's going on in our head about the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
for that.
Yeah, to help us with that horrible topic.
Yeah.
Wine. Now, this bottle is a little bit different. And it's totally up Billy's alley. Because Billy is I'll have the house white, please. Or the house red. Well, no, you never do red.
No,
You're always,
no.
I'll have the house white. Which is embarrassing in itself, Billy.
Well, no, because today's wine.
Yeah. So this is not a sponsored bottle. This is out of my little wine fridge. But this is from our favorite wine bar that is literally down the road from my house.
Yep.
Called the Old Seven.
Yes. Holla.
Hey, guys, we love you. Fabulous place. It's like in the burbs. It's amazing. Awesome wine cheese. It's super cute inside. You guys definitely have to go.
Amazing jaffles.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
I know.
Seriously.
We're hungry. We will eat our fingers off thinking they're jaffles.
Oh, well, you can.
Yeah, I will. It's fine.
So during COVID, they obviously had to just do takeaway. So Cameron and I went and got 2 takeaway jaffles, and you can buy bottles of wine. So we got a bottle of white and a bottle of red.
Yeah.
So we have the white still, and it's literally just their house white wine. It's the house white. It just has a label on it called the Old Seven.
And literally no other information.
Yeah.
So we don't have hints of anything. No. There's no complications.
Right?
We are just going to taste with our mouths and our hearts.
Oh, God. Why? Why do you have to be so corny?
It's poetic.
Oh, well, you didn't even write a poem earlier. So
I tried to tell you the poem I wrote. You didn't want to hear it.
No. Can you pass me your glass? Okay. So this is actually rather exciting because we're kind of blind tasting because we have no idea really what this is going to taste like.
And I mean, it's from the Old Seven, and those guys are like, you know wine bars, how they're really passionate about wine. So
no, do tell.
I have no doubt that this is going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Cheers.
Ching it.
Ooh. Now, we're not wine people, so I have no idea what to compare it to.
No, I know. And I'm like, I'm getting hints of, I don't know what I'm getting hints of if it didn't tell me what I'm supposed to get hints of.
But it's definitely not a sweet wine, so it's like a nice dry.
Do you know what this makes me think of? Pinot Gris. because it's a little bit like soury. Again, I know I'm not really very good. I think in the new year, we should mention this actually.
Yes, I was going to, but go.
Yeah, we have a birthday coming up. Okay, Lindy is going to be 52. We're so very excited to announce that.
Oh my God.
She is a lot older than she looks. No, we have a birthday coming up. Our 52nd episode is going to be a big birthday bash because if you're wondering why 52, considering this is episode 50, my God, because it's 52 weeks in a year. It's a year. Are we all doing
Factual,
right? And so what we're going to do in the new year, we're going to change up the format a little bit and actually try and learn about the wine that we're drinking.
Well, look, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Crazy.
We're not going to become like wine.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know with that attitude we won't.
Oh my God.
So
no, we'll just have a better understanding of wine.
Well, I think
and how to taste it properly.
Yes, and what it all means. Like, what the hell is a Pinot Gris?
Exactly, and like how to, maybe explain it a little better to you guys, so you instead of us saying, "Oh, it's sour." That's Billy.
Absolutely.
But back to the old 7 wine. All you need to know is freaking delicious.
It's good.
And it's supporting a local business. So
Yes.
if you live in Brisbane, especially on this side of town.
If you're rich like Lindsay and live in Camp Hill area,
Oh my God.
you should totally check out the Old 7. And they're our
She is
favorite. Like,
such a
we've been
bitch.
there a ton of times and we love it.
Yeah.
And Matt, hi. Not sure what Matt's wife's name is. I feel like it's Linda.
That's my name.
Oh, that's right. No, it's not
You idiot.
Linda.
How much wine have you drank?
Hi, Matt and the Old 7 crew.
We love you guys. Can't wait to be back. And thanks for the house white.
Yeah.
Delish. Cheers.
Okay, Linny, are we going to do it?
Every time you call me Linny, it reminds me of my dad because that's what my dad calls me.
Linny. Papa Lynn.
What?
Papa Ronnie.
Oh, yeah. Papa Ronnie.
Papa Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Hi, Papa Ronnie.
Ronnie Ralston.
Papa Ronnie sounds like pepperoni.
Billy, just start talking
Well, the thing is, it's such a deep topic, and it's not that I'm avoiding it by any means. But again, I think we should actually start with apologizing in advance in case we do offend anyone. This is just our thoughts and opinions on what's been happening into the world in recent weeks. So, soz.
Yeah. We obviously, enough said. Yeah.
Let's crack this bitch right open. This all, I guess, started with the death of George Floyd.
Of course, yeah.
A few weeks ago, he was murdered by the police in the States, in Minneapolis, by police officers. You can find your own information out about that. We won't go into that. I think that the world has had enough information about this. So without rehashing all of that, there's just no need. Let's just talk it out.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
I know.
What a horrible time it's been for the world.
Yeah.
What a horrible 2020. Like, what happened? What happened to the new decade?
Yeah.
It went to shit, didn't it?
It is kind of fucked. And like this, I guess we don't have our own personal stories.
No.
Because obviously we're white girls, blah, blah. But yeah, it's just, for me, it's just a bit weird to see on the news that this is happening still.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like such a corny saying because everyone's thinking that, whatever. But it is. Like, it's just, I don't understand. Because, like, as much as I offend people and I say stupid shit, I'm so not racist. Like, to me, and I make fun of Henry because he's Asian and I make these stupid comments.
But that's different to what's happening.
Oh, 100%.
That's.
But to me, I just don't understand. Like, how can somebody have an issue with someone because of the way they look? Like, to me, it's not ingrained in me at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just find it a little bit mind-boggling, the whole thing, to be honest.
And it's almost, I mean, take this as you may, but it's almost a good thing that it's kind of happened to bring it up.
Again, though, but this is what's frustrating. Again.
I guess it's good to have these conversations because I think if it hadn't happened, we wouldn't be as aware of the racism that our friends are experiencing because it's not something that's really talked about as much. And you're absolutely right. Why are we still talking about this? Why is this still a thing?
Why does it keep happening?
Why does it keep happening? I don't get it either. And it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Where to,
is.
you know.
And like, okay, so I know you don't watch the news.
No, well, actually, and during the whole George Floyd thing, I was watching the news so much and I was so disturbed by what I saw. What's even worse, I actually watched the video, the full 9 minutes of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, trigger warning here. Yeah. The whole episode is trigger warning, guys. So if you're not, you know, just be aware. But watching it and literally watching them murder someone.
Yeah.
You know, and having people and his pleas and all that, you know, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
How can a human being do that voluntarily to someone else and think that it's okay?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Especially from a police officer where you expect them to keep you safe. Look, idiots. That's all they are. Idiots.
Yeah. Burn in hell, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff.
All that kind of stuff.
But what's actually getting my goat with this is how the protester, I'm all for protesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy feminist or anything like that,
Yeah.
but I'm all for protesting. But like, I get really frustrated when I see on the news, like the violence in the protesting, like how these hooligans are like, they're not spreading the message. They're not doing good out of this horrible situation. The ones that are like breaking into stores and acting like complete nut jobs. What is that doing?
Yeah.
Where is that getting us? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
I tend to disagree with that a little bit, which is crazy because I know I'm not condoning any of it.
Yeah.
And I think that now it's taken to probably a next point where people are actually just looting for the sake of, you know, craziness in the streets and whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe the message has been lost in there somewhere. But and this is what we kind of talked about when this initially started happening. You were like, why are people on the streets looting and doing all this stuff? Like, it's crazy. Like, there shouldn't be any of this. And I'm like, yeah, but I think it's all part of... I don't think we can really ever understand it because we will never go through something like that. I just think that... peaceful is not working in the sense, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that there has to come, like, it's come to a time where not even white cops, there's been an Asian cop as well, but like white people are literally murdering black people in the streets. And this is not the first case. It's probably not the last, but I think it's gotten to a point where they are so angry as a people, as a nation, as they should be. And I honestly think that I would have been on the streets hurling fucking bricks through the place to break that system down as well. I really do. Like, I know that may not be right. It may not be the right way to react, but I think it's certainly, I can see how it's happened. I can see how it's gotten to the point where they literally are just so angry. They're like, fuck this shit. I'm going to break this place down.
But it hasn't gotten to the point for that because every protest that you've seen in the past when this has happened, the dickheads loot. The looters aren't protesting. The looters aren't there for the message. I totally disagree with you because the looters are taking advantage of a horrible situation and what the protesters and the world are actually trying to do and change and say. They're taking advantage of it like, fuck, I'm going to go steal a TV.
Yeah.
How is that going to get a message out? The throwing bricks or burning something, whatever, like, maybe that's a little bit different. I totally disagree. I think the violence aspect of it is totally sending the wrong message. And even George Floyd's brother said that. Yeah. He's like, what the fuck are you guys... Well, not in those words. He was like, if we're not doing it, what y'all doing? Yeah. Like, why the violence is actually hypocritical to what actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
It to me, it's just dickheads taking advantage of it. And like, not prime example, but an example. So watching on the news... I don't know which city it was in. I forget. Husband and wife. They were like middle-aged, more on the older side. They were defending their store. Don't know what type of store it was. It was just this little store. They had it boarded up, but they were out front trying to defend it. Yeah. There was probably about 5 or 6 looters with 2x4s, which are huge planks of wood. Yeah. Like the wood towers over a normal person. 2x4.
Yeah.
Huge. Beating the man and the woman just to get into the store. What the fuck is that changing, Bill?
Yeah.
What message is that sending? That's not going to say stop being racist and stop freaking police killing black people.
Yeah.
So that's what gets my goat.
Yeah, and as it should. Like, that's, again, horrific. Like, nobody should be going through that. That should not be happening. But I also think that as a collective, it's a people uprising. And what is that? Shit like that is.
I guarantee
it's uprising against the injustice. of what's been happening.
Beating a woman, protecting her business.
I get it. I'm like I said, like that's totally not right.
No.
Totally put it down. But I think, I will agree to disagree on this point. And I'm sure, like, again, like I'm not condoning any of it. Sorry, I'm not condoning any of it. It shouldn't be happening. But I also think that what kickstarted it shouldn't have happened either. And something has to give eventually. But the looting and the hurting of people and whatnot, not cool. We're not going to solve this today on the podcast, is the point. But it's, oh God, it's nasty business. Anyway.
Don't throw bricks.
Billy. Throw bricks, just not at people.
Right? Maybe throw them to make loud noises.
Throw them at the police cars.
Well, as long as there's no cop in there. Unless maybe
again,
depending on the cop.
Yeah.
Look, it's
tricky waters.
Tricky, especially when you and I don't hardcore disagree with this.
We do hardcore disagree with it, and we really can't understand it at a core level. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Especially you, you were telling me you've got a couple friends that have experience.
Well, I guess like with sharing this stuff on Facebook, and even my like previous conversations I've had with some friends who are, I guess, coloured.
Yeah,
I don't think about it. Like you said, I'm very much not racist. I don't have that bone in my body, but maybe I am inadvertently. I don't know, but I don't think about it. I don't think about when I have friends that I'm like, oh, you're black and you're brown and you're this and you're that. Like it doesn't enter into my mind.
Yeah.
But then I've heard stories of, I've had a friend who was, this is a story from somebody else that's told me, but essentially she's a black woman and she went in to do her job, had an appointment with a client, and the client refused to have the appointment with her because she was black. So she's had to come out of the room and tell her boss and say, hey, like, this basically somebody else has to do the test because she refuses to have the test done by me. On Facebook, I posted something as well about, what's been happening. And I had another friend he's a beautiful caramel, say that, that people have told him, to fuck off and all these, like just unprovoked, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess what we're going to talk about in a second is Maine Wyatt, who did the monologue on ABC just recently. That was so powerful.
Yeah.
And I think what we don't understand is, our friends who are of colour, any colour, aren't going to come up and tell us on a daily basis, oh my God, this person was racist to me. Oh my God, that person was racist to me.
Because I think it happens to them on a daily basis and they've learned to not accept it, but to take it, I guess.
Well, to take it and to swallow it and to just, which is horrible. So because, and what Maine said was, I think during the monologue, it was something along the lines of like, if I respond to that, if I react in the way I really want to react, like any person would, if I was on a train and somebody told me to fuck off, I'd be like, you fuck off, cunt. Like I wouldn't, So I think if they respond that way, then they're seen as dangerous. They're seen as, you can't even respond appropriately. So you just have to take it in and just be. Accept it.
And accept
I don't it as normal.
Like to use that word accept because that means it sounds like
that's right.
It's
that
justifiable
it's right.
and whatever, which is not. So I saw that. I mean, everybody has on social media, and I thought it was like him just speaking from now, which it was, but it's actually from his play from
City
last
of Gold.
year, which is how. Appropriate,
how relevant now, and also what that raises is that. Again, I've never heard of that play before. I've never heard that monologue before.
Me neither. Yep.
And it's interesting to me that like there's so much out there about this injustice. There's so much out there, but it just doesn't touch my life because it's not relevant to me. Yeah. And so I think it doesn't exist. I literally don't. When people are like, Australia is so racist, I'm like, yeah, but we're not. Like, when are we racist? You tell me when we're racist. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't experience it. It's not something that touches me in any way. A whole
lot of people could give you a lot
of
reasons.
But that's again like what white privilege is the fact that we are so blind to the racism that happens around us because it doesn't happen to us. So it doesn't exist. And that's the really sad thing. Like I was telling you that like Henry doesn't like speaking Chinese to our kids in public because he doesn't want to be seen as that Asian. But if I speak Yugoslav to my kids in public, everybody's like, wow, you teach that white language to those little Asian girls. It's very... That's what white privilege is. It's being privileged to be born into some sort of I was born into this. I didn't work to be white and to be respected for my color and I got my own issues going on with womanhood and whatnot, but
That's
and,
another
you know,
episode,
fabulous
really.
hair. But
Yeah.
it's not something that touches me because I don't experience it personally. But my daughters will probably experience it. You know, and I have to now teach them how to respond to people being dicks about their difference.
And they probably will. I mean, Bane's only in grade 1 and his school is heavily populated by Indians.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bane doesn't even make sense to him. Bane doesn't even understand that, you know, and he'll say, you know, that friend, he has brown skin, but that's okay. I've got white skin, which is so lovely because
So he says that? Like he's actually said that before? Yeah.
Well, he acknowledges in the sense of that they look different, but in like, not in a negative way.
But the
like
kids,
they're innocent about it.
Yeah.
He just says like Bobby Joe has blonde hair, you know, that boy has brown skin. Like it's very innocent, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's only in grade 1. So
no, I didn't ask that in the sense that like, ew, what he says that. No. Like as an informational, like it's interesting that he would notice that as I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah.
But what I was going to say is kids are dicks. So your girls, totally. Because unfortunately the world is the same. They're going to be seen as the Asian girls, and some kids are probably going to make fun of them. I mean, kids make fun of kids for any stupid
everything.
reason.
That's right.
But it's so stupid that that's even a thing still.
And it's like, I guess it's, if you take anything away from this factual podcast of ours today, it's this. When your child comes to you and says, wow, you know, Timmy has brown skin, it's the way you respond to that. You know what I mean? You're not going to be like, ew, he has brown skin. And this is what, this is what teachers, this is why generationally we're so fucking racist because of the way that parents responded to us and taught us these values.
Yeah, of course.
So now these values are so deep in us that black people are lesser than, you know, anybody, that trans people are lesser than vegans are lesser than. But it's our job now as parents to teach our kids that, we're different, but we're the same.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. In fact, being different is good. That's what I've been taught that my whole life, that being different is good.
So, Lindalin, where are you getting our next bottle of wine?
Sense of Taste, of course, Bildo. They have a beautiful selection of wines, over 100 spirits open for tasting, a great selection of craft beer, and they even have a variety of cheese and cured meats.
Dude, you had me at meats. And wine.
So make sure you go and check out one of their boutique bottle shop locations at Cooperoo and Hamilton. Ching! I'm just going to move it into a different direction, not on purpose. But, okay, so obviously the bad cops are bad.
Bad.
Yes, nasty bad.
Very bad.
But I was always raised to respect police officers, right?
Yeah.
Like I hate when I hear, like even Cameron, when we first hooked up, he would refer to cops as pigs and stuff. And I get offended. I don't have any police officers in my family or anything like that, but I've always, like, you should respect them.
Yeah.
Clearly not to the bad cops. I'm talking about the 99% of the proper good cops. But what I hate, and oh God,
here we go. Are we about to lose all our listeners?
probably. What I don't like is when, and there was I'm not going to get into details, but anybody that's from Australia will know the story. I don't like when there's cases in the news that take advantage of the bad cop stories and make a particular good cop look like a bad cop.
Yeah.
Following me?
I'm 100% following you.
So there was recently in the news here of a teenager disrespecting a police officer.
Yeah.
And there's a video recording of what happened, of the encounter. You can clearly see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You can even hear what the teenager said to the cop. He threatened the cop.
Yeah.
And the cop proceeded to do this maneuver on him. I think it's called a foot sweep.
Foot sweep.
Yeah. And it's an actual trained maneuver to take control of the situation, whatever you want to say. I don't know. And the kid fell down and he handcuffed him, etc. And now it's a big uproar
Yeah.
about how this police officer, and I should say the teenager was Black.
Yeah.
So now it's a big uproar that this officer has abused this child,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I'm not taking away the fact that obviously Aboriginals here in Australia have had it really fucking tough.
Yeah.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Not taking away any of that. But it really bothered me about this poor police officer, because this happened right after the States,
Right.
George Floyd.
Right.
That now, like, it's obviously it's tainted. Obviously the police are tainted. Like, it just gets my goat when there's so many good police officers out there.
Yeah.
And now they're going to have to rebuild their whole, like, the society trusting them
Yeah.
and believing in them.
Look,
And it's really sad.
I've had quite a bit of. Used to work for an agency that deals with victims of violent crimes, and I had quite a bit of dealings with police officers because obviously they're the ones who respond to what happens out there or whatever. And in defense of cops, because I'm sort of on that same page, I'm very much. I understand that these people see the worst of society day in, day out. There wouldn't be a day for a police officer where they don't see some nasty shit, where they're not called nasty names.
Yeah.
And they have to be really thick-skinned to be able to perform the work that they do to protect our society from dangers.
Yep.
Now, what happened in the States and with those police officers,
I don't even like calling them police officers.
well, absolutely what they did was they murdered someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But I also think that their training was bad, their values were bad, all that sort of stuff. Like I think in Australia, our police officer, the amount of times I've seen a police officer see someone totally drunk on the street and be like, hey mate, are you okay? Do you need help? As opposed to get in the car, we're going to handcuff you and, But having said that, again, it's a difficult one because I agree with you. Like I think if that was a white teenager that was disrespecting the police officer and doing the same shit,
It wouldn't even be in the news.
well, it wouldn't be the news, and the police officer would have reacted the same way.
Totally. 100%.
I may be thinking that because I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe there's things I don't understand, but I agree that maybe he didn't do the wrong thing. It just happened to have been the wrong thing because
of what has just happened in the world.
of the color of them both.
Yeah.
And so it's a really, it's such a tough situation. I guess to wrap it up. Yeah, I know. It's hard because I think
Sorry, that was so rude of me.
so rude, such a bitch. Coming from where we're coming from, where we've never experienced this and it's not something that's on our radar constantly, it's hard to be able to stand up and say, hey, some things are okay and some things aren't. I don't know. It's not really our place. I think the only thing that you should really take away from this is injustice in any way, shape or form is bad, even towards vegans. You shouldn't, don't be a dick. Teach your children better.
Wait, I thought the only thing to take away was before. You've already said that. How many things? 2 things now?
Oh God, what did I say before? I've already forgotten. The old 7, this one is great.
Where we even put in the claps.
Oh, we
Bill.
put in the clap. What was it? Well, that was the same thing, really.
Right?
Teach your children better.
Oh, there you go, Bill.
Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Don't be homophobic. Just man, just do you. Like, why? Like, don't be kind, Don't teach your kids that, brown kids are bad. Like, I mean, you don't, but I just think it's like this comes from somewhere. People growing up generation after generation after generation,
it's just
considering an entire race as slaves. And this is the thing about Indigenous people as well. In the 70s, by the 70s, they were still considered flora and fauna. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
is
she's
that?
tapping her forehead.
I just don't understand that these white people come here and take over the island and kill off everyone and steal their children and send them to be whitenized. Like, it's horrific. Please don't fucking do that.
Well, that's not happening
Stop that
now.
shit. I know,
That
but this
has
is the
stopped.
reason that everything is so fucking, How can slaves and flora and fauna rise up against white people stealing their shit and then being like, oh, this is ours now because we have more guns? How did they rise up from that and establish themselves as equal members of society when this shit keeps happening? So it's like, can you fucking not? Please teach your children not to be cunts. That's it.
Okay.
I get so angry because I don't know. On behalf of white people,
girl.
soz. Like on behalf of the colonies, sorry. Like, how do we help you come out of this? How do we, as white people who don't experience this?
Yeah. You don't fucking bash people with 2x4s.
Don't fucking bash people. Don't bash anyone.
No.
But if my people keep getting killed, like this is what I'm saying. Like if I was a black person and if my people kept getting killed and nobody was, like when They See Us, that documentary, I don't know if anybody's seen the movie and the documentary, but it's about like 5 kids in New York being done for a rape of a woman in the park. It was a white dude. It was one white dude, but 5 kids got charged. 5 fucking black teenagers got charged because of the police just going, oh, it was them, and then creating this whole case. Like the justice system over there is fucked. Like, how does that change when this shit keeps happening? And this is what I mean about the looting and stuff. Absolutely not right. Absolutely don't take 2x4s and hurt other people. None of that shit is right. But then you see the police as well pushing that old man over. Yeah. And him cracking his head open on they've been charged as well. I don't know if anybody's seen that video.
Well, as they should.
It's just this whole, like, what I'm talking about is it's not okay to loot. It's not okay to do all that. But it's an complete uprising of people to say, we are so fucking angry that in this day and age, this is still happening.
Well, it's 100% learned behavior. And I mean, I am not a politic type of person. That's right. That's what I said. But when you have a country being led by a person by the name of Donald Trump, who justified the police action, saying that man was trying to scan their like equipment. What hope does America have when you have he's fucking racist. Seriously, that is what isn't going to get the country back on track.
100%.
So like what George Floyd's family is saying. Yeah. Vote. Those things. And that goes with my point. Like fucking looting, that's not going to change a shitty thing. Yeah. Get the right person in power and people follow along. Teach your kids, change the learned behavior. Yep.
But that's, again, generational. We're talking the next 50 years.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
Kind of like every time we change our Instagram look, we have to wait for 3 weeks for...
And then don't scroll too far down because then you're like, oh, whoa, what the fuck were they doing there? Whoa, what happened there?
We are the America of Instagram, okay? Finally, we've kicked Trump out. We're getting into, we brought Obama back.
Fucking Trump, seriously.
Seriously, fucking Trump. Honestly.
Blah, 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 I know. Because I don't even know where to start. I cannot believe a person like him is in charge of one of the biggest, greatest country, most influential countries in the world. Yeah. Like, I don't know how he's still in that. That's a whole nother topic, which we never will have because
I was going to say, we should do a topic, but we can't be bothered. It'll just be Trump bashing.
Yeah, he is such...
a moron.
And like, seriously, who the fuck takes care of the way he looks? Doesn't he have people... Like,
he's like the richest man in America.
What is with the white eye patches, skin around his eyes, and obviously the hair? Like, what the fuck is that?
But you know what? Obviously, the people who look after his look didn't vote for him. They're trying to make him look stupid.
He's looked like that for the last 40 years, Billy. He's had the same look forever.
Melania obviously doesn't care. She keeps fucking smacking his hand away every time she tries to touch her. Hilarious. Listen, when your president starts telling you to inject disinfectant into your veins.
No, it wasn't the disinfectant. It was the drug. A different trial drug for some other.
It was disinfectant. He was trying to say that like the pump disinfectant. You should put that in there.
Are you sure you're not getting confused from the drug that he was taking that they were saying?
No, which he said he took anyway. Like apparently he took that. No. During a press conference, he said they should try and like inject disinfectant into like, and it'll kill the virus in minutes. Was he making
fun of them?
Because he was looking at the scientists sitting down, and the scientists like rolling her eyes, being like, "Okay, Mr. President." Okay. Anyway, we've veered, of course. Let's just wrap it up. I think we've said enough.
One last thing. Speaking of Maine, we did a while ago of Maine Wyatt. Yeah. I have to say, because you make fun of me all the time for watching Neighbours, right?
Yes.
I don't care. People make fun of me all you like. I fucking love it. Love it. He was on Neighbours.
Right. Yes.
Acting as he was, I think, was he Aaron's
Oh,
boyfriend?
God. See, if you're going to talk about it.
I forget. Well, it must have been Aaron's partner. Yeah. But he acted as a gay actor or a gay character.
Oh, what did he?
Yeah.
Gay and indigenous. Gay and indigenous.
Yeah.
This guy is like breaking barriers everywhere.
Right? Totally. But I loved him. I was like, oh my God, who is this guy? I actually really loved him.
Oh. Well, hi, Maine. We love you.
I'm going to sneeze.
I'm leaving this in. Maine, we love you so much. We're sneezing through it.
Much better.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, I loved him. So when I saw him come up in my feed delivering this monologue, I was like, you go, girl. Or boy.
Oh my
Whatever.
God. Okay, well,
love him. Genuinely love him.
Great.
Yeah.
We should probably watch City of Gold just to check it out.
Well, it's a play.
Yeah.
Can you watch it online?
Surely you can Google it. You can Google everything these days.
But then how do we pay them?
Then how come Trump has such bad looks? I don't know. Okay, we're wrapping it up.
We are.
Thank you so much for being with us yet again. Please follow us on our socials. We are at Wine Chats Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. We are also on TikTok, which we're going to go do now.
No, soon,
which we're going to go do soon. Bildo and Lindalin.
Yes.
And you can find us on YouTube, Bildo and Lindalin as well.
Good old YouTube.
Good old YouTube, our enemy. Our online enemy. So thank you so much for being with us. Please, if you'd like to share your stories, if you think we said something that we should be educated more on, I would love to know.
We love feedback, seriously. And we're not just saying this. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. You can say, yeah, Billy's hair really is stupid. Whatever.
I know you guys can't see this, but I'm giving her the finger just to give you a little bit of a...
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
Send it in.
Yeah.
And the more feedback and the more downloads and the more listens and all that jazz, soon we will be like Joe Rogan, where we can get paid $100 million. Have you seen? Have you heard? Billy's looking at me like I'm a fucking moron. Idiot. So he just signed a deal exclusively with Spotify. So his podcasts aren't going to be anywhere except on Spotify.
I'll do that.
For $100 million.
I will do that.
Right? We need you guys. Keep listening.
We need about another 200 bazillion of you.
Yeah.
This episode is going to do it.
Skyrocket us.
Skyrocket us.
Look out, Joe.
Okay, look out, Joe. Move over. Do you know what? Fuck Spotify. We're going to go to iTunes. You know, they'll pay us.
No, Spotify's bigger than iTunes.
Spotify's bigger than iTunes?
For podcasts.
Stop.
Sorry, Spotify. Do you call yourself a true podcaster?
No, I'm a content producer, okay? I put the shit out there and then it's up to everybody else.
Tom, play the music.
Okay.
Play the fucking music.
Okay, you can't give the cue because I have to sing first.
No, you don't.
Okay, guys.
I'm older.
Shh. Are you listening? Are you with me? I'm going to count us in, everyone.
Everyone else has already turned us off. So.
Okay, listen and count in. Just follow my lead, okay?
Nobody is, Billy.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2,
like,
3,
honestly,
4.
She thinks I'm joking, but it's so fucking annoying.
Oh, I lost my clicks.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Okay, Tom, just hit the music. Lindsay's annoying me.